Hello everyone, welcome back to Theme Park Tycoon 2, to a brand new series I am starting, which I have the intent of actually making it past the first ever episode, or at least the trailer, unlike some of my past series, and the channel in general, but, you know, we all start somewhere after all. But we're all doing well. It's nice to be back after well, at this point as of recording, it's literally past Christmas now, and the last time I recorded a video was back in summer, so it's been a while. It's definitely been a while, but, you know, we're back, and it's actually with a building series, for once, instead of just, no, random trailers, the fort trailer. I really need to get that done, don't I? And who knows what this channel has. But as it's going currently, well, I've already progressed quite far in this build battle already, with this first clip being around 8 hours of recording. Probably did this from around, I think it was 11 at night to about 7 AM in the morning for me. My sleep schedule is absolutely horrendous, but it's worth it, especially when you get that sudden urge to play theme park, which in this day of age is quite rare, because of being bored of theme park is definitely a lot more common than it used to be. But with the revival theme park ever since the Switch track update, my motivation's been back quite well, to be honest, and hence why we've actually got a building series, because of recently Thijmen posted a new tournament, build battle, whatever you want to call it, and the winner gets basically as much as his summer build battles, which probably are the only, in my opinion, worth it ones he does. Like, I just don't, the blueprint ones are just don't seem that worth it to me. And also with the new laws in the UK, can't even participate in it anyways if I want to, well, unless I go for a whole VPN thing, but nah, I can't be bothered to do that. But, you know, it's what it is. And also, it just seemed a lot more appealing because it's to do with the recent update, which, in my opinion, is probably the best update we've ever gotten, apart from copy and paste. That will still probably be the best update, unless, I don't know, he fully revamps the game, new map, new everything, more MB. That probably would be the best update, but I don't see that coming anytime soon to this game because of, well, Roblox just cannot handle it in the slightest. But, you know, we take what we can get. Switch Tracks is a phenomenal update. Can't believe we've actually finally got it in the game after about 3 or 4 years since Drop Tracks. Those came out a while, because that's with the revamped wing codes that they came out, and that was a long time ago now. But I've just loved messing around with them, and well, with this new build battle, which you have to feature a Switch track, at least one, I was experimenting a lot with this, and aiming hopefully to try and use multiple, which I end up using multiple in the end, but not how I originally was intending to, because I was going to do like a spike, then have it do a switch track halfway through the layout, it go into like a cave, shoot back out, then continue the rest of it. But in a later episode, probably you'll get to see me, or if I don't actually, did I end up recording? I don't think I ended up recording building the second half, actually, because I think I forgot to turn my OBS on, sadly. Because, unfortunately, there will be a lot of cuts in this build battle series, due to just the fact that either I forgot to record parts weren't that interesting, really, to record, and then just stuff like that. It just didn't really work, but we're getting there. I'll hopefully remember to record everything in the time being, but at least basically everything to begin with was recorded, apart from the final bit of the layout. But I think it was just an airtime hill and a spike in Gotham City Escape in Park Warner Madrid is what I ended up doing with the second Switch track, where it basically comes to go into a brake run, goes up a spike that's made of the brakes, slows back down so it rolls back, and then it parks, the Switch track then flips over, and it then goes into the station, whereas mine goes into what's going to be, I'm guessing, more theming, through like a brake run bit, and then goes up through an elevator track back up to the top, where you see the station that's planned out currently. Also, something I don't think I've fully recorded, because I mean, at this time of recording, I've made majority, or like a decent amount of the first half of the station, the unload part, because I've got a quite cool reference from ArtStation I found, which I think is called like Port Over Piltover. It's a really nice looking building, and I really want to get this quite detailed because it looks really cool. And my idea for it is just to have this, not like a dystopian steampunk kind of thing, more of like a utopia one. So a bit like Piltover in Arcane, where from the top of it looks all nice. There's not like mechanical stuff everywhere you see, like there's not like cogs, you know, every building, there's not like tubes and stuff like that. A lot of it is more just hidden inside buildings, so it's a bit like London architecture or stuff like that, but with the mechanical stuff inside. So that's what I mean by like a utopia kind of thing. It looks quite, not just I can't really describe it any other way, to be honest. But apart from that, I have no ideas what else to do for the theme, to be honest. I'm still trying to work it out as I'm going, but I think that's probably going to be the best way of going around it, because I don't want to like block myself into doing medieval or whatever again, because I tend to do a lot of Alpine and medieval, and I kind of wanted to go for something different for once. But it's definitely stepping outside my comfort zone a lot with building, because everything I've built in the past in the game has either something to do with mystical, Alpine. I did build one steampunk thing, which was River Trick. You guys never got to see that though, unfortunately. All I did was a teaser, which it did progress a lot more. So, I mean, if you guys want to see that, actually, well, I don't think it is even finished at this stage, to be honest, because the NMD build battle, we just never heard from again, which was quite sad, being that we put all that effort in, just for nothing. We didn't even get rewarded, to be honest. So, everyone was expecting Tizzy to win, and we just didn't know what happened. But that, to be fair, that happens a lot more in this game than it should be normal, but, you know, it's it what it is, I guess, can't complain. What is hopefully gonna still go ahead, though, is, well, especially because Not Me and Matt have both returned from the game after their quite long break, I'm planning to try and sit down and actually record the court in its full thing. I just have put it off for a while, well, and my whole channel as a general, but just because of the lack of really posting, uploading, editing. Like, DaVinci editing can get so long and boring, but especially, I'm actually having a lot more motivation to do it now, hence why this series is hopefully coming out, and you're hopefully seeing it if I actually upload it and don't procrastinate once again. But, you know, hopefully, praying that future me actually gets this out and gets past episode 1, because that would be great to have a series done for once. And yeah, because I mean, I had such high hopes for this channel at the start of the year, aiming to reach about 500 subscribers, and we're 2 days away from New Year's Eve, and we're currently on like 287, I think, which is still amazing. Like, I was actually still gaining subscribers while I was just doing nothing, to be honest, which surprised me, really. I mean, I did participate in, which I think it came out a week ago at this point, Foal's build battle. I might throw it up on the screen, or build challenge with Gawler and himself, where we basically can't communicate and we make a coaster. Bro was just dissing on me the whole time, saying, oh, you took too long to make the coaster. For my defense, I was making it smooth, and I think me and Gawler carried that whole thing. I don't think Foal did anything. kidding, of course, but I did, which that did actually give me quite a lot of motivation to come back, seeing how fun it was to record. I mean, I sounded so depressed in that recording, so you would be like, oh, why is this guy coming back? He sounds so not wanting to be here, but I did actually have quite fun, so I decided, you know what, I might as well record me building this, because why not? I could use it for, well, a building series like I'm doing now, just for background footage or whatever, really. And I'm glad I did, because I got 8 hours of recording, enough to make, or at least one episode so far. I'm using a bit of that recording session for a future one, just because of it was a lot. Like, my DaVinci, I put it into DaVinci and it froze for like the first 5 minutes, just trying to like understand what I just put into it. It was like, whoa, calm it down, I can't handle this, But yeah, I mean, after that, and also having to basically render the entire thing, put it back into DaVinci, just for me to then finally be able to do the voiceover and edit it some more, just because it was so like glitchy and laggy during it. I thought it was like, I was like, oh no, I spent that whole time just for the recording to turn out laggy. Luckily no, it was just DaVinci crying out for help that entire time, instead of the recording being absolutely wasted. But we're happy with that, because now I get to do a series that isn't laggy and just looks awful, because I would not have posted that, because I'm like, yeah. So glad it didn't do that, because of I would have cried internally. And yeah, we're here now, so that's great. Haven't actually talked about a lot what's going on in the back, so it actually did take me a while to do this layout. There's a lot of stuff not included in this. Like, I did so many different other layouts. Like, one of them had a off-axis airtime hill going back over the launch track after the top hat. They just kept over-speeding, and I couldn't get it really to look right for how much speed it had. So I was just like, no, I'm not doing that. Another one was having it's on, I think it's Iron Rattler in the new park that's opening in Qiddiya, where it has a double inverting 0G roll, which looked quite cool. I wanted to do that, just couldn't pull that off either. And then the other one was like I think it was just a straight airtime hill or something else going over. But I finally settled on what the new gen Vacomas have, which is it's like an airtime hill and then you dive down, so it's a bit like a dive loop, but instead you go up into an airtime hill, then do it, and then you twist down. Because I think it's the one at Cedar Point has it. I forgot the name of it, but I quite like that element. I was like, ooh, Intamin probably does that, to be fair, because this is an Intamin Blitz. I had to go for it. I'm like, Switch Track Bilbao. There are a few in game that have it. So you have the old gen Intamin that has it, the hydraulic launch, which you might have seen a hydraulic launch video earlier in this video. That was because I was struggling so hard just to get the shaping of the top hat to look correct, and I was like, I can't do this. And I was like, wait, I've made a top hat before. It was in a failed project, so I decided to just blueprint it, bring it over here, and I'm like, oh, that's how I do it. So I just used it as a reference. I did change it in the end, because I'm like, because it's based off Stealths, and Stealths is quite, well, I don't think I got the shaping fully right. The top looked a bit weird, and also because this coaster's a lot smaller and is newer gen, so I would have thought Intamin's probably changed the top hat, how they do it now. So I took a little bit of creative liberty, added a little bit more hardlining, and made it hopefully a little bit more smoother than the other one. But I'm pretty happy with the end result. You did see me placing some primitives, colouring it, just so I got it exactly the same on both sides. Because, especially top hats, they're quite difficult to get them to look the same, both sides, if you don't like to use primitives to make sure they look the same. But I managed to get it to line up in the end, so it was all good. And then we continued doing the layout. We was originally doing for the heartline roll, couldn't get it smooth, so I went for I think it is a wave turn, or it's an off-axis airtime hill. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure if wave turns have to be 90 to be classified, because I know Hyperia's does, but this one's a lot more just flowy. But then I think I then bring it into a 0G stall, and then after that I do another wave turn, which I think should be coming up in a sec, but yeah. I then also wanted to do, which I haven't done before, which is make a very detailed switch track. In the past I have done some more stuff like detailing drive tires, LSM fins. I did that for Renaissance back in the day before we had copy and paste. They looked right, I guess, but not like very detailed like you see Jack would make or like Tizzy would make. So I was like, might as well go give it a crack, see what I can do. I don't think I do a lot in this. A lot of it is off recording, sadly, but I just had the thought of no one's really gonna want to watch me make a switch track for a solid, I think it was 2 hours I was making that switch track for, and I did group a lot of it so I can do it for the other switch track I have made. And I used a reference off of, I think it was off Google, where it's like, I'm not sure what coaster it is. It's off a blue one, or I think I used the green one in the end. I don't know which, it might actually be King Dakar, to be fair. I'm not too sure if it is its switch track, but it looked decently like it, so I thought it might have been it, because the thing didn't actually say, because it was quite hard to find a reference for it. But that's why you see me making those little clamping in the metal bars, because that's exactly what the reference image had. And I was like, those actually look quite good, to be fair. So I think I'll make those. And it did end up looking quite good in the end. And then I just started adding loads of wires, insulators, stuff like that, stuff you'd see, just to make it look more detailed. And yeah, apart from that, I think the only other detailing I really do is a few supports, the foundation, the flanges, stuff like that. And yeah, I got them, in my opinion, I'm really happy with them in the end. They look really good, nice and detailed, very happy. And yeah, apart from that, not really much else. The layout, supports, flanges, foundation, switch track, pretty sure that's it. I still haven't done the top hat yet, because I've had a few ideas, but I want to also add theming pieces, because one of my ideas for the top hat is having like lights go up as you're going up the top hat, but I'm not sure the shape I want to do the top hat and how the lights are going to go up. Because I just thought it was quite a decent idea, because I do want to do some light stuff, like light sequencing, because I haven't really done it before on a project, and might as well give it a go. Not sure how hard it's going to be, but you never know until you try it. Yeah, here I am finally making that 0G stall I talked about, and I think at first I do just a normal airtime hill, like a normal camera back after it, and then it just wasn't working how I wanted it to, kept overspeeding again. This coaster has really good pacing. I had to turn the friction up a lot on it, just because he would either overspeed, had too much speed towards the end, so I just literally had to turn it down, like, whoa, you're overspeeding there, because normally a lot of coasters in this game, people have to turn down the friction just to get it, but I had to turn it up because it just kept going. I still, to this day, don't know how I got the pacing as good as I did on this coaster, because compared to some of the other ones, like Anora took so long to get its pacing to be decent-ish. This one, literally, after I made these elements here, it just flowed really well through them, and I was like, I'm not complaining. It worked. But yeah, apart from that, really, yeah, that's pretty much it for this first episode. Hope you actually like it, and I'm hoping it actually does well, because I'm actually having quite a lot of fun recording it and doing the voiceovers for this. So hopefully I get to continue it, and before you leave, make sure you like and subscribe. It really does help the channel out. We're trying to get to 300 subs. If we can get there before the year, that would be insane, because we have 2 days to get there. Probably I'm not going to upload it by then, to be honest, but if it's uploaded by the new year, 300 subs before February, can we do it? I think we can, because we're not that far. We're actually not that far. I think we're 13 away, to be fair, so we might be able to get there. And with that, I'm going to leave you off with the rest of the time-lapse. Hope you lot enjoy this series coming up. Got a lot of good plans for it, and yeah, see you for now.